All right, let's discuss habits. Welcome, Coach OZIOMA and ANIOJI. I want to celebrate you. Thank you for joining me on the show this evening. This is Transcend with Book Day 3, guys. Edwin, how are you? You were the most active yesterday. I hope you're not going to take the award again today. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Guys, tell us your name, where you're joining us from. We appreciate you. We have Coach Ozioma already in the room. She's going to introduce herself before we get right into the conversation for tonight. It's about habit formation, super habits. So, Coach Ozioma, introduce yourself again. She's my coach, my podcasting coach. She taught me how to do podcasting. Guys, let's listen to her. She has a lot to share tonight. Coach Ozioma, go on, tell us, who are you? Let's meet you.
All right. Okay, guys. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. My name is OZIOMA ANIOJI, and I am first of all, super happy to be here. Well, a brief info about me: I am a filmmaker and I am a podcaster. But beyond that, I love anything personal development. So I refer to myself as a personal development enthusiast, right? So what it has to do with personal growth and development, count me in. I'm always there, right? So, but as
Ah,
for career, I'm a filmmaker, and God is helping us as podcasters, and we're helping other people become podcasters, right? So, well, that
yeah.
is just me. I'm also that simple girl living next door. Nothing much. Yeah, but I'm really happy to be
Wow.
here. Thank you, Faith, for having me. Thank you so much. I'm happy to
Thank
be
you.
here.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for honoring my invitation. Want to celebrate you. Everyone in the reading community says thank you. I think, girly, how you doing? Hi, South Africa tonight. I think Tomisha, where are you joining us from? Elliot Bird, you're welcome. Victor, you're welcome to the conversation tonight. The book we're going to be discussing is Super Habits, Superhuman by Habits. Superhuman. So who wants to be a superhuman being this evening? So we want to be superhuman by habit. So the author of the book is Tynan. Tynan is the author of the book. So we're going to start the conversation by asking Coach Ozioma some few questions because she has read the book and then she's going to tell us so much around what she understands by habit and how we can also utilize it as a tool, as a strategy to become superhuman. How many of you want to be superhuman in the room? I want to be a superwoman. Coach Ozioma, tell us about the book generally. Just tell us about the book, Superhuman by
All right.
Habit. Tell us about it.
Okay. All right. So first of all, what the author was trying to portray in the book is helping us understand how powerful we can become if we pay attention to tiny things, simple things, habits. He calls them tiny habits,
Okay.
So how powerful we can become if we pay attention to some things that you don't think matter, right? So that is actually in a nutshell what the book is about. So of course he went in depth into what habits is and all of that. But in a nutshell, he was actually trying to help us understand how much you can achieve and how much you can do if you pay attention to small little things and do them consistently. Not the big things, the goals and the dreams, those small things, very small things. If you pay attention to them and you're able to consistently do them, they accumulate into magnificent things. All right. So that is actually in a
Mm,
nutshell what the book is about. So let me give you an example. If you
okay.
finished washing your plates in the kitchen and you forgot to close the tap entirely. You thought you did, but you didn't know that the water was dropping gradually in the sink. So,
Yeah.
but then because you were rushing, you threw a bowl in the sink and you just left it and went to bed. By the time you come back the next
Mm,
morning, that drop of water that looks insignificant, by the time you check it in the morning, you discover that the bowl is full, right? That is
mm,
habits are. Those small things, tiny things, but because they're consistently done, they turn into very mighty things. That's in a nutshell what the book is about. So it actually makes us superhuman, actually. As long as they consistently do them, you find that you're doing things that, how did I do this thing? Is it me that did this one? You know? So, habit makes us superhuman. And that's, of course, in a nutshell, that's actually what the author was trying to help us understand in the book.
So, ma'am, do you believe this idea? Do you believe in this concept, saying that it is possible for us to become superhumans by practicing, by doing that thing little by little? Is it possible? Do you believe in the idea? Have you practiced it in your life before now? Looking at your own personal journey from what you do. Yeah. Please go on.
Well, the term superhuman, we can debate about it, right? Oh, so sorry. Okay, so we can debate about the term superhuman, right?
Yeah.
But whether you want to use the term superhuman or not, the goal is, or the idea is, I believe in the fact that habit helps you achieve great things. I believe in that, right? So whether you want to, because you want to debate about the concept of, it could be a metaphor. Superhuman is a metaphor for people that are doing amazing things, right? So the name can be debated, but do I believe in the idea that habit helps you do amazing things that you didn't know you had the ability to do? Yes, I do. I believe that, right? There are things that ordinarily you didn't think you had it in you, right? Ordinarily, you didn't think you could write a book. Ordinarily, you didn't think you could do this. But because you consistently did something, over time, you look back and you say, wait, I did this, right? So that is what habit helps you do. So, yes, well, you know, when you talk about superhuman, we're not talking about people that are flying and doing all those mystic things, right? But yes, habit helps us do things that naturally we didn't think we had the ability to.
Wow. Excellent. Yesterday, before I go on, guys, thank you for joining us. If you have not subscribed to our channel, currently we are over 200 in this very account. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not done so, please subscribe so that we will not be a late comer. Subscribe to our channel, guys, and share this. Like. Yesterday, my professor had to lecture me again. Say, Coach, they need to like so that this thing will, people will see it. So, guys, like now before you come and query me. Like this account, okay? Thank you. Yesterday, I think it was on Monday. Okay, on Monday when I went to make my hair, and the lady that was making my, she was telling me, Coach Mate, you are so, the way you behave, I love it. With all this your big English, but you still like to calm down. You love people, you play with people. And then she was like, see, me, even if you carry me, I go and put inside the English. It will not work. I will not be able to learn it. And I was like, yes, you can learn it. I was once like that. It takes little drops of water to make a mighty ocean. So I want to ask you, in your personal life, people have this belief that I can never do this thing. You just talk about writing a book. Somebody will be like, write a book. I want a writer. How will I put the words together? So I want you to go down to earth in your own very experience. What role has this thing really played in your life? Can you give us maybe just pinpoint an area that you feel you were not, it wasn't like, it was an impossible fit before, but because better practicing little by little, you were able to get this result. Can you give us an example of such experience in your life?
Okay, so I'm going to give you two examples actually. One is just a very sweet example. Hope you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, okay. So can you see here? All right. So I'm going to give you two examples. Yeah. Now, some time ago, it's not a very exciting example, but the second one should be. So some time ago, I had an accident and it led to an operation or a surgery in my eye, right? So then after the surgery, I needed to be applying a drop in the eye I think it was every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. So I have not applied it for myself. So usually someone doing it for me. So it got to a point where my sister had to come from work every 2 hours. She takes a break every 2 hours to come and help me. So it was not sustainable. So I had to start doing it. And the few times I did it, the few times I tried it, when you try to apply eye drop in your eye, 1% will enter the eye,
Yeah.
90% will drop on the floor, you know. So, but then after a while, I became a pro. Without even thinking about it, I just do like this and everything enters, right? It didn't start from the first day I tried it. I had to do it over and over again. The first day I got it, I was so excited, and I did it again, and I did it again, and I did it again. And over the years, I've been the one applying my eye drop, and in fact, I don't even remember to ask anybody, right? So that is what consistency does for you, consistency, right? Now, another example I'm going to give you is I'm a filmmaker, but I never studied anything art in school. I never did theater art. I was not in any arts. I never was in mass communication. Didn't do anything art related. But when I ventured into the film industry, everything sounded strange. Both the things they were doing and how they were doing it felt like I don't even know how to even describe it. It was so strange. But then I had to start somewhere. All right. So over the years, with practice, every time I'm on set, I'm doing it, I'm making mistakes, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. Right now, someone can invite me as a guest to say discussion about filmmaking. If I tell the person that I never went to a film school, I have not gone to a film school yet, the person may be surprised. But I am doing it. It is what pays my bills. It is my career. That's what I'm building a career on. But I never went to a film school, right? How did I learn it? Practice. Anything. Okay, this is how to write. This is how to edit a script. This is how to break a script down. Okay, I learned it today. I do it and do it and do it. Oh, I learned this one. I do another one. I do it and do it. Do you understand? So habit helps you become magnificent or superhuman, if we don't use the term, right? So this that if someone told me when I was in university that I'm going to be a filmmaker, I would laugh at you, because what do I know? I don't know camera, I don't know anything about anything film related. But here I am building a career in film industry. All right. So yes, if you consistently do anything, think about anything. If you consistently do anything, you become a master at it. Anything you can think of. The first time you started reading a book, you probably slept at page 1. The first time you tried to read a book, you probably did not make it to page 3. You slept off, you got bored, or you got tired, or something. You were distracted. But over time, you read another one, read another one, read another one, and now you can finish a book in a day. Before you know, you can read 2 books. Before you know it, somebody is reading 80 books a year, 100 books a year, 200 books a day. You know, and somebody is wondering. Somebody is wondering, me read 200 books a year, with which eye? How they doing it, right? But it is not. There is something that Tynan said in this book. He said the goal of habits, when we talk about habits, the goal is not, we're not focusing on your goal for the year. No, that's not our focus. We're not focusing on that big thing you want to achieve. That's not our focus. Our focus is that small thing you want to be doing every day. That's our focus. For instance, maybe the goal is you want to write a book at the end of the year. That's the goal. Is the ultimate goal. That's all you want to do this year. That's fine. Then keep that one aside. Our goal when it comes to habit is to make sure that every day, 8 a.m., you write 100 words. 100 words every day. That's what we are interested in.
Yeah.
As long as you're able to write 100 words every day, it is guaranteed that by 365 days of this year, you will have written a book. So we don't want to pay attention in the big goals, because that can be discouraging. We want to make sure that we build a system, right? We build a system and consistently put in effort to make sure that at the end of the day, we are consistent. So consistency is the goal when it comes to habits. Consistency. That you did it today, fine. Can you do it tomorrow? Right? Can you do it next tomorrow? You said you're going to be making posts every day on social media. Fine, beautiful. Okay, you did it on Monday. We've not seen you on Tuesday. Alpha. You did it on Tuesday, Wednesday in call. You did it January, February in call. Will you repeat it in March? Are you going to leave April out of it? So that's what we're talking about. When you shared your New Year resolution and goal, it was super exciting. Everybody loved it. We like it. Wow.
Yeah.
But then the work is that small task, the small task. can you consistently do it? That's all we are discussing. That's it. If you can do it, then we are good. That's it.
Mm. Interesting. You see, this thing this table you are shaking, Coach Ozioma, that we have to be consistent. You know, that consistency is where the work lies. What
Exactly.
mindset is really required for that consistency? Because I know there's a lot that has to do with the mind. Now you're talking about posting content, for example. You post content. I remember when we started off the Leaders page. We'll be running the Leaders Facebook group for a while. We have grown up to about 20,000 plus followers. And I discovered that Mark Zuckerberg was no longer happy with us that had Facebook groups because the algorithm was not funny. And then I was like, oh, I had a
Yeah.
friend who was already doing so well, running a page. I had to pay him to teach me. You know, I started running my page. I started posting consistently. Trust me, Coach Ozioma, I will post and I will not even have one like. I'll be the first person to want to like my post. After like 30 minutes, no like, I will go back and like it myself. You know, that kind of a thing. It was really discouraging, but I
Yeah.
kept on posting. I kept on posting consistently. That page has been there for more than 3 years. And one day, I was so surprised. Before I woke up from the bed, even my students, they were reaching out to me. Coach Faye, come and see you. The page is on fire. My DM was filled up with people from more than 25 nations, different
Mhm.
countries who were sending me DMs. Hello, Coach Faith. I saw your book club. I saw this. Oh, how can we do this? And I was like, oh my God. So this is what consistency does. So, but it was not
Yeah.
easy, Coach Odioma. I must confess. It was not easy doing that thing. So can you maybe share from your experience, your personal experience? How have you been consistent? I know there will be times you don't want to do this, you want to give up. There are people here listening and they are like, this is something I want to do this year, 2024. I have tried severally, it's not working. How do I build this consistency? What kind of mindset do I need to have to be able to stay committed to whatever it is I have told myself that I want to do? That's the
Okay.
question now.
So one of the
I think
yeah,
we
one
lost
of the
that person.
things that
Okay.
okay, can you hear me now? Am I clear?
Yeah, it's clear now. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So one of the things
very clear.
that brings yeah, one of the things that brings what's it called, that makes you discouraged is too much of expectations. So when you start in your head, you're thinking, the moment I post this video, it will go viral, right? The moment I post this video, boom, everybody in the world will see it. That is an expectation. So when it doesn't happen like that, you get discouraged, right? So it is because we have built
Mm,
expectations. That's why we can have things that is giving us, because you are expecting people to like it, nobody is liking it. So that expectation is flawed. You're expecting people to comment, you're expecting to be
mm,
hearing comments, and so when it's not happening, you're discouraged. Now, this is how to reverse it. Instead of expecting people to jump on your content, or whether maybe it's not even content, it could be something else. Now, here is what we do when it comes to, at
yeah.
least judging from what Tynan told us. Instead of expecting people to do it, derive joy in just doing it. Just be excited that you're doing it. No
Mm,
expectation. Don't expect anything. If people like it and they comment and they are interacting with it, that's an added advantage. That's not the goal. The goal is that,
okay.
wow, finally posted today. Wow, I'm happy. I'm happy I did the task. So let your joy and excitement be in the fact that you did the work, not in the outcome of or people's reaction to what you did. But the fact that, okay, for instance, we were supposed to have this meeting today. That is the goal. The goal is to have this meeting. I am happy that people joined, but
Yeah,
if people did not join, are we still going to have this meeting?
mm,
Yes. Are we still going to be
of course.
excited that we had this meeting? Of course. So we
Yeah,
have done what we are supposed to do, and we are happy about it. Now that Edwin is here with us and every other person that is joined today has joined, is an added advantage. Is an added advantage. That's not the goal. The goal is to have this meeting today, and it's happening, right? So, for instance, you want to make a post or consistently make posts on the internet. When you craft that beautiful message and you post it, that should be your excitement. Celebrate that, the fact that you said you were going to do this and you did it. celebrate it. Once you are able to celebrate that, you will no longer have so much expectations and nobody like this. You're gonna be looking through all your friends that are online. So you're online, you're seeing my post, you're not liking it, Abby. So you begin to build that expectation. No, you like if it's too much, like it by yourself and be happy. Go your way. Go and start writing another post. Right? Start writing another one for tomorrow because tomorrow you have to show up. Right? So let the joy be in the fact that you did the work. There is something that Tynan said. He said in building habits, right? There is something he described as habit suicide. And what is habit suicide? He said when you skip a habit twice, right? If you skip a habit twice, it is called habit suicide. That's his own term. That's what he called it, habit suicide. So, for instance, you said every morning you're going to make your bed. You wake up in the morning, you make your bed. So, whenever you don't make your bed, you didn't make your bed on Monday, and you didn't make your bed on Tuesday, that is habit suicide. All right. So, okay. So, are you still there? Can you still hear me? I think your video is out. Okay, so I think I'm just going to continue. All right.
Please,
So
I'm
he
here,
said
ma.
he
I'm
called
here.
it. All right, fine. He called it habit suicide. So the goal is not to. Nobody's going to come and check if you made your bed or not. Nobody's going to monitor you. Nobody's coming to inspect your room. But the fact that you made your bed and consistently make your bed is that's the habit you're trying to form. All right. So now he said something. If for any reason you did not make your bed, he said, don't beat yourself up. All right. Don't feel angry. Don't beat yourself up that you did not make your bed. He said, instead of beating yourself up, he said, identify why that habit did not happen. All right. So you've been making your bed every day, every day, every day. You've been making posts on social media every day, but that particular day it did not happen. Instead of beating yourself up, why did I not make this post? What kind of person I am? All those kind of negative things. Those negative things that you begin to feed off negative energy from. Instead of doing those things, just sit down and ask yourself, what happened? Why did I not meet this target? Why was I not able to make my bed? Why was I not able to make a post? If you identify the reason, then he says plan ahead so that does not occur again. For instance, if the reason you did not make your bed today was because you woke up late and because you are rushing to work, you're trying to get to work on time, you didn't make your bed. So you said, if you identify the fact that, oh, I woke up late, that's why I didn't make my bed. So in the future, I don't want to have this occur again. So what do? I set an alarm to make sure that I wake up early so I can always make my bed. You see that instead of beating yourself up, you found a solution. All right. So instead of beating yourself up and thinking, I did not make my bed, oh, what kind of thing, all the things I've been doing since Monday, now I've spoiled it. Oh, instead of doing that, is find a solution. And then he said something else. He said, whenever you intend not to do a habit, explain it to your brain. If it doesn't make sense to your brain, go ahead and do it. Now I'll explain. So you've been doing this thing, and today you just decided, I'm not going to do this habit. The reason is why. If the reason you are not going to do that thing you've been consistently doing does not make sense to you, just go and do it. Just go and do it. All right. So don't beat yourself up when you don't meet the target, because the target is to do something, no matter how small, every day. That's the target. If for any reason you don't do it, don't beat yourself up. Identify the root cause of why that failed and find a solution so it doesn't happen again. All right. So yes, coming to social media, the goal is to be happy that you made a post, be happy that you read a book, be happy that you made your bed, be happy that you did anything you've mapped out to do. Just be excited. In the future, the rewards will come. But before the rewards come, I'm going to celebrate that I'm doing it for now. So that's how to.
Yeah. That's profound, beautiful. Guys, are you taking screenshots? I'm taking a lot of screenshots from your comments. It's really beautiful. I want to share this. Identify reasons for not meeting up with daily habits and find a solution to it. Ada Julius, thank you for joining us. Assistant Layo, Shoneye, you're welcome. Rollins, how you doing? Tell us where you guys are joining from. Girlie says, I have 3 alarms set for my mornings. Ah, this one is a serious matter. Mom Girlie, how do you do that?
It's serious.
3 alarms. It's a serious
It's
matter.
very serious. Oh.
No more habit suicide. How do you manage
No,
that?
I'm
That's
suicide.
interesting. I love it. Maybe you keep one in the sitting room, one in the kitchen, one close to the bed. you can
I, I,
you
I,
can snooze the one
I
close to the
like
bed.
what she's doing, all right? Because one of the things that
Okay.
habit helps us do is that it helps us build personal accountability, right? Personal accountability.
Yeah.
If you
Mm,
can monitor how much you do something and make sure you do it. Today, I'm going to, for instance, I'm going to wake up by 5 a.m. When that sleep is closing my eye, I will open it with my hand. If you are able to do that, you will discover that one day you are given a task to do something that is different from what you've been doing all these years. You discover that you are doing something easily.
mm,
It's because habit is transferable. If you can build habits in one aspect of your life and transfer it to other aspects of your life, all right? If it takes setting alarm, 3 alarms, 5:05, 5:10, 5:15, 5:20, if that is what it takes to make sure that you do that thing that you are set to do. It is me, this is what I call it habit models, right? It's like someone that goes to the gym. The first time you go to the gym, the things you
What do
carry
you
are
call it,
small
ma'am?
things.
What do you call it?
I call it habit muscles, building your habit muscles,
Okay,
right?
okay, habit
Building your
muscles.
habit
Okay.
muscles. Yeah. So the first time you go to the gym, all right. So the things they give you to carry are small things, very light things. Professionals can carry it with one finger, the things you're carrying, but that's your level. You're growing, you're building it. By the time you come back 1 month, they increase it. 2 months is increased. Do that consistently for
Mm,
a year, 2 years, 3 years. You are carrying the heavy metals, right? You're carrying the heavy metal. If you did not start with those small ones, you will not be able to carry the heavy ones. A time will come when you will not need to
yeah.
set 3 alarms. Once it's 5 o'clock, your eyes will open. Your eyes will open because your brain has registered, oh, this is the time we open our eyes. Oh, yeah, open. Boom, it opens. But before you get to that time, you need to help yourself. Help yourself. Tynan calls it habit triggers. Certain habit triggers. If you want to wake
Yeah.
up by 5 a.m., set alarm. If you want, some people, there is a song that the moment you put on that song, they do is exercise. They start doing exercise. That is their habit trigger, right?
Yeah.
There are some people,
Yeah.
the
Mm,
moment you put up the particular light they put in their room, the moment that light comes on, is sleep. Their brain shuts down. That is their habit trigger. So
yeah.
if you know anything helps you do a particular task, set it in motion. The moment that happens, brain registers it's time to do this. We get it done. So if setting alarm helps you do anything, set it. Over time, you discover that your body naturally begins to do that thing without aid. And that is when the habit becomes a part of you, right? So it's good. I
Mm,
really I commend that. I think it's girly, right? Yes, what you're doing is
yes.
amazing. Keep it up.
Girly Mosibi. Thank you so much, Coach Ozioma. This is profound. Guys, are you learning? You are learning, type learning, 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 learning in the room. I want to see hundreds and thousands of them. Okay, so these things you are saying, they are beautiful, There are things that even our grandparents they did in the village for them to be able to set alarms, to go to the family in the early hours of the morning. There are things they did for different areas of their life. Now we are reading a lot of books and they are telling us, okay, this habit, this trigger, this and that. It is because in their own personal life, they've been able to structure this thing down. You said something about getting to know how you function, getting to know how you work. By the time you have that understanding, it will help you to know your triggers. But I think in a lot of ways, many of us, we don't know our triggers. Somebody brought out the technique of Pomodoro, and the person titled it Pomodoro technique. That it's an Italian word for tomato. So the person, it's a way for setting alarm. Somebody else came up with another strategy. Now, Gary has a framework, setting alarms, one in the kitchen, one in the bedroom, one in the room. And then if she decides to give it a name, it becomes a model that people can practice. So I want to ask you, Coach Dioma, at what level, at what point should somebody grow to now begin to say that this thing should be replicated. This thing should be repeated again and again because it has now become somewhat a system in my life. Because he also spoke about this system of a thing. Because some people just do certain things, but they don't know that it is already part of them. That they have to be able to build this thing into a system. I believe Gary said this thing casually, but right now somebody has picked it up, and the person will be like, okay, today is today. Alarm everywhere in the house. So I don't know if you can take us there, Coach Ozioma. How, at what point should we get to as individuals that we can begin to say that this thing that I have done, I think is helping me. How do I begin to build it into a system so that it can become a lifestyle, so that it can become something that I can repeat again and again, whether you like it or not? Coach Ozioma, you have a framework. Maybe some of them you have not been able to put a name to them because you are not even aware. You just do them naturally. And to somebody else is a struggle. To somebody else is a challenge. So how do we do that? To what extent do we grow to say, okay, let me build this into a system so that I can continuously repeat it as a lifestyle? Did you get it, ma'am?
Okay. Yes, I do. The challenge is that you're thinking of it as a big deal. When do I grow
Okay.
to create it as a system? Let's break it down, right? When you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth, right? Do you tell yourself, I'm doing it so that um microbes and what are all those medical terms does not grow? You don't even
Uh-huh.
think about it. You just wake up and brush teeth, and before you think about it, you're done brushing and you're out. Right? You wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
before your two legs, in fact, with sometimes you're even still sleeping, your eyes are not even fully awake. You're already in the bathroom, you're already with your brush, you're already brushing while you are still trying to fully wake up. That's because your head is not thinking, okay, brushing teeth helps my teeth white. I'm not thinking about the big thing. I'm just doing something more like casually. All right. Now, so
Yeah.
the question becomes, what do you want to achieve? All right. So because the habits I am building in my life are different from the habits that you are building. All right. Because what I want to achieve at the end of the day is quite different from what you want to achieve. So our habits formations are different. What our focus is on, they're all different. So I want to, just like the example I gave before, I want to write a book at the end of the day. Just wake up and write book and write something. Wake up every day and write. All right. So,
Yeah.
but a time will come where you no longer need anything. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. The person that wrote Superhuman by Habits, Tynan, he told a story. He said before he used to be a chronic procrastinator. You know those people that if they tell you they will do this thing, forget it. They will not do it. That was him.
Mm.
He used to his work habit was a mess. He doesn't come to work early. He never gets any work done. He never does anything when he says he will do it. That was how bad his life was. And that is the person that wrote on habits. But then a time came
Mm.
when he told himself that he can't continue like this, that he's a mess. Everybody, he doesn't have friends because he doesn't, if, for instance, we say we're going to meet at a particular time, he's the one that will not meet up. So he never keeps to his
Mm.
word and all of that. So, but then he began to build tiny habits. Okay, I'm going to go to work early. If that's the only thing I achieve this year, let me even go to work early first. Just that. No big deal. Let me
Okay.
wake up and go to work early. Finish. No drama, nothing else. Just one thing consistently. One thing, one thing, one thing, one thing. Every day, building it, building it. And after a while, he discovered it's not just that he's going to work early, he's now meeting up with other targets. So remember I said habit is
Mm.
transferable. So without thinking of,
Yeah.
okay, I want to build a system. So I'm now sitting down with my seat of system building and I want to build a system. No, don't think about it like that. Just think about it as simple things that you do. Some people, when they wake up in the morning, they just drink water and that's it. They just drink water. Wake up,
Mm.
drink water. Wake up, drink water. Some people, before they go to bed at night, they drink water. They have done that so many times that if they sleep and they don't drink water, it feels like their throat is scratching them. They are so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Something is not right. Something is not right until they drink water, right? They are not thinking about health and their body at that moment. They just want to drink water. All right. So see habits as something that you should do that should just become a part of you. You know, just like you brush your teeth, just like you comb your hair. Simple things, just tiny things, just small things, no big deal, just small things. Just wake up in the morning, dress your bed. Something as simple as that, just do it. And build consistency doing that thing. In fact, if you are not someone that is good with habit formation, pick something that is the least in your life and start doing it consistently. The smallest thing. In fact, if it is, what should I use as an example? I always like to use make your bed because it feels like everybody should be making their bed, but everybody does not make their bed. Right? So let's just say you wake up every morning and make your bed. Make your bed at a particular time every day for the next 3 months and see if other aspects of your life will not be touched. It's just something that happens without you even thinking about it. That's habit for you. So it's not for you said sometimes there are things I do that I don't have a name for it because I'm not thinking of giving them a name, right? I'm not thinking of giving them a name. I just know that this thing I'm doing, they are working, they're helping me every day get to a goal. So I just keep doing them. So I don't wake up in the morning thinking, oh, the way I do my things, I'm going to call it a scientific name. That's not my goal. My goal is to make sure that every day I wake up, I do this thing, I get on my way. I do this thing, I get on my way. I do it, I get on my way. That's all, you know. That's all. So as long as I'm doing that thing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you so well.
Okay, I think that is a consciousness, and it's really working for you.
Yes.
So I think the question I was asking was centered around how can people also come up with that level of consciousness? Because it's because you are conscious of that thing, that's why you are able to repeat it again and again and again. It's working for you. But for somebody who is not conscious of themselves, they just live their life anyhow as it comes. So I was asking the question of how do they not build that level of consciousness to understand that this thing has worked for me before. Maybe I should repeat it again so that it will work again. For example, for those of us that love to create content, when we create content and we look at the insight, we look at the algorithm, we're like, oh, I created this content, means that this thing is a trigger for my audience. They love to see something like this. Let me repeat the same thing again. So for us as humans, I also do believe that if there is a level of consciousness to back it up, it will also help us. So that was what I was asking. That for you, I believe that there's certain things you've been able to come up with on a personal level, and you have built a level of consciousness around it. How do you also advise people that are listening now to know that when this thing does like this, it's a trigger to know that if I repeat it, it will work for me, so that people can be deliberate in their life? I think that's the question.
I'm also going to answer it like I answered before. You're thinking of this in results. You're result oriented. You're thinking about an end goal. Okay, people like it. I want to do it again so they can like it. You're thinking about an end goal, right? What we are thinking about
results.
is you're thinking about results, which is a good thing, right? But when we talk about habits, we're not necessarily thinking about whether anybody is going to appreciate it or not. That's not our goal here. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the fact that you created a content, whether it went viral or did not go viral, you did it again, and you did it again, and you did it again. That is what we are discussing. You understand? Now, so you talk about a consciousness. Okay, so let me use a perfect example. Content creation, right? So we're all content creators, right? So you did a video and it went viral. And then you went and checked all of the algorithms, the time you posted, what you wore, how you spoke, everything, and you repeated the same thing, maybe with another kind of content, and it did not go viral. Will you do it again? That becomes the question. So if you are always focused on the end goal, let me have the same result I achieved before. What if you don't achieve that result? Will you do it again? So habit is not necessarily interested in what you achieved before, on how you got there. Habit is interested in the fact that you did it yesterday. Whether anybody saw it or did not see it, you will do it today. So because most of the things that are habits are actually things people don't see. That's actually the beauty of habits. Most of the things you do are like closed doors. In fact, habit formations are done behind closed doors. Nobody sees it. Nobody is there to give you accolades. Nobody is there to give you thumbs up. Nobody is there. It's behind closed door. That is why I always use make your bed. It is only that I will know if you can tell me you made your bed when you did not make it. I will not know. But it is you that knows, right?
Yeah.
So habits most of the time are done behind closed doors. So if you can form a habit of things that people can't see, it will not matter to you when you now begin to do things that people see. All right. Anyone that has been a public speaker will tell you every day you wake up, get in the mirror and talk. Every day you wake up, get in the mirror and talk. Who are you seeing in the mirror? Is it not yourself? You're saying yourself. Nobody is there to give you accolades. Nobody is to appreciate what you're doing. Nobody is there to tell you, this is good, this is not good. It's not necessary. It's not even necessary. The fact that you are in the mirror, you're talking. You wake up on Monday, before the mirror you talk. You wake up on Tuesday, you are talking before the mirror. Wednesday, you're doing the same thing. Thursday, you're doing the same thing. On Friday, without thinking about it, you're already before the mirror. Monday next week, on the mirror. So that is it. The fact that you're repeating something over and over and over and over again, that is what we are talking about. All right. So there is something that Tynan said. He said, if you do something consistently on a schedule, that is habits. Anything you do consistently on a schedule, remember, on a schedule, because the truth is, if you for instance used to wake up in the morning you make your bed, tomorrow you make it at night, that is not on a schedule. That is not on a schedule. He said if you don't do something on a schedule, it's because it's an inconsistent hobby. Something that you just do. That is not habit. So habit must be consistent, number one, and it must be on a schedule. If you say you're going to be doing something by 10 a.m. every day, we want to make sure that by 10 a.m. every day you are doing it. That's it. As long as you're able to do that, finito, done. All right. 10 a.m. you do it, done. Tomorrow 10 a.m. you do it, good. Next tomorrow 10 a.m. you do it, done. Before you know it, you have built it is the consistency that actually builds the system. It's not you that wake up and say, okay, I want to build the system. No. It is the fact that you consistently done something that is the system actually built. All right. If you are able to do something over and over again, that is actually a system that you are building. All right. So habit is actually building a habit is actually building a system. The moment you can do something consistently over time, that is a system, because a system is something that can run on its own without any aid. All right. If you can, without thinking about it, wake up in the morning. Like an automation, all right? There is a way you have done something that your brain has registered a particular time of the day to do something, just like I talked about opening your eyes by 5 a.m. like Gelly that sets alarm. If you set alarm and you wake up every day by 5 a.m., every day by 5 a.m., every day by 5 a.m., one day your eye will open by 5 before your alarm will ring. Your eye will open 4:55 before your alarm. Your brain will register it's time to wake up. Why don't you just wake up? Why wake up? So you will not need alarm anymore. So you don't need to now build a system. Your system is already built. So consistency helps you build a system. So if you can do something consistently over time, that is system built. All right. So the goal is to do something and do it again. That is actually where the work is. Do something, do it again, do it again, do it again, and do it again. Oh, you did it yesterday, do it today. Oh, you did it today, do it tomorrow. Or you didn't do it again, right? Just do it again. That's it. That's it. So that's the thing.
So do it again and again and again.
If anybody tells you that being a habit is easy, then the person is lying to you. All right, the person is lying to you. There is nothing that is easy. Nothing. It is not easy. There's this thing that people say is nowadays you don't teach old tricks. And so you don't teach someone that is old new tricks or something like that. I remember how it is. But then you don't teach a dog new tricks. It is what he has known since he was a puppy. That's what he grows with. All right. So habit is not something that is why anybody will tell you that if instance, you want to stop someone that is smoking. You can't stop someone that is a chain smoker overnight. No. If you know how long it took the person to become a chain smoker, that is how long it will take to replace the habit. Because the people start going, the person was been going like this, clockwise. To go anti-clockwise, the same energy, the same strength, the same consistency. All right. So whether you're building a habit or replacing habit is the same way, consistently doing it over and over and over again. Just like a clock. A clock never stops until the battery ends. It just keeps going. The fact that it was 12 o'clock, it does not mean it will be 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's just like a clock. That's how habits are done. Consistently going around the clock every day. You're doing it non-stop. That's it. That's it. So easy.
Thank you, Coach OZIOMA. Guys, have you heard that? So tell us in the comments, what major habits are you ready to build in 2024? So write it in the comment. We're reading. Maybe for somebody, you want to start making your bed. For another person, you want to start brushing your teeth twice in a day. You will not be doing that. Maybe for another person, you want to start eating vegetables, more fruits. You want to read more books, personal development. You want to step into the impact space. Whatever it is, tell us in the comments. We're reading. What do you want to build consistency around? What do you want to build a habit around? So as we round up, if you have any question for Coach OZIOMA, please make sure you share. Babalola says, in this case, you become your fan, not minding uploads or accolades. Beautiful. Okay, so Coach OZIOMA, guys, if you have any questions, drop it. We're also reading the comments to know what habits you're ready to build in 2024. Possibly, we may just get an accountability partner here in the room, right? Ayan says, reading books consistently beautiful. Coach OZIOMA, can you see the comments? Ada says, reading books.
I don't even know.
Oh, you can't see it? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's serious.
So it's whichever one that I like, that's the one I can see. I can't even see.
Oh, Mr. Ivan says, meet more new people a day, read a book always. Beautiful, Mr. Ivan, that's beautiful. Mary Jane says, okay, Mary Jane has a question. Let me pop it up so we can answer that question. Coach OZIOMA, can you see the question? How true is it that it takes 21 days to replace a habit? Do you have any answer for her?
Okay, well, people have different theories for different things. Some people tell you it's 21 days, some people tell you it's 14 days and all of that. But I will not pay so much attention on the number of days it takes to replace a habit. I'll just start the habit. Right? So I want to replace a habit. Maybe what's the habit now? Whatever. I want to replace a habit. I won't be thinking about 21 days. It's not necessary. Just start. All right. So just that's the truth. Because sometimes when we are focused on 30 days, to 15 days, you're tired. But you're not thinking about the 30 days. Whether it takes 1 year, it takes 2 years, it takes 3 days, it takes 2 hours. It doesn't even matter. The moment I just and keep doing it, that's all that matters. All right. So this is what I want us to really take away from everything. When it comes to habits, the goal is not the overarching goal. That's not our target. Our target is not the big thing. Oh, it takes 40 days. Oh, it takes 20 days. Oh, we want to achieve amazing things. Oh, we want to be most influential. Amazing. But that's not our bone of contention. Our bone of contention is the fact that you said you wanted to do this thing and you started doing it and you did not stop doing it. That's the bone of contention. Whether it takes 21 days to stop a habit or repeat it, beautiful, amazing. It takes you 14 days, great. It takes you 30 days, good. It takes you 100 days, fine. The goal is you're doing it and you're consistently at it. And now let me also say, if, for instance, you've been trying to do this thing for 21 days and on day 17 you stopped. You don't stop, you skipped it. Remember what we said initially, you did yourself up. Identify why it didn't happen, and then you plan ahead to make sure, okay, it doesn't repeat itself, and then you continue doing it. All right. So to make that change, because when you start doing something, it's like you're creating a chain reaction. Know how chain is now. They are interlocked. So you are creating a chain reaction.
Yeah.
So on a particular day, the thing breaks off. Don't beat yourself up. Just hook it back and continue. Just place it back and just keep going. All right. So think of
Mm.
habit like that. Just keep going. Because the truth is, if you think 21 days and like day 21, it does not replace, you are still doing the old habit, you get tired, you get frustrated, you get exhausted, you think this thing is not working, and then you give up. If you're not taking 21 days, you're just doing your thing and going. It may take 21 days, it may take less, it may take more. That's not your business. You just want to keep going. All right. So,
Mm.
so for some people, 21 days, some people it doesn't matter. But here is what I'm going to advise you: don't bother about how many days it takes. Just start and keep going.
Beautiful. That's impressive. Thank you so much, Coach Ozioma. So I want to ask you, Coach Ozioma, will you recommend this book to someone? You've read the book back to back. So tell us, will you recommend it? And if you will,
Yeah.
why? Why will you recommend the book?
Yes, I will. I will. And one of the reasons why I will recommend the book is because of how easy Tynan broke the concept of habits, right? How easy he made
Okay.
it. There are not so many. He shared a lot of his personal experiences, something you can relate with. All right. So he didn't
Yeah.
make it a very ambiguous concept that you won't understand. So it was very simplified. So it's something that anybody can read and understand. And anything on habits is
Mm.
something I always recommend. Because no matter what you want to achieve, there is something that you need to consider. I don't see anybody that achieved any great thing that did not consistently do one thing. I've not seen anybody. So
Mm.
you can build a habit of consistency, and that's amazing. And of course, the book was it was simplified in a way that anybody can read it, anybody can understand it, and it's very relatable. So of course I recommend it.
Interesting. Guys, do you have any more questions for Coach Ozzy? Do you have any question for her? If you have any question, please drop it in the
Yeah,
room. It's
I
been an
wanted to
awesome
say
experience.
something. I wanted to say
Please go
something.
ahead,
I saw
Coach.
the comments and I forgot to mention something. Somebody said he wants to meet new people. I don't know if he wants to meet new people every day.
Yes, yes,
He
Mr.
wants
Ivan, Mr.
to
Ivan.
even, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to say something about that. Now, in
Okay.
according to the concept of Thailand or his idea of habit, he said anything you know you can't do every day, don't start. Right? Anything you know you cannot consistently do daily, yes, don't start. Because it is not habit if it can be consistently done, right? It's not habit, right? So when you start meeting new people every day, I don't think that is visible. You could say you want to build a network of people, like you want to be in diverse networks this year, or want to grow your network. That could be the goal. The habit may not be to meet people every day. The habit may be to learn how to. Maybe you are not very conversant with speaking. You could build a habit of speaking so that when you meet people, conversations are easy. You see where I'm coming from. The goal is that you want to be
Yeah,
in amazing networks, you want to be among people that matter, but then there is something you need to do. So when you come before these people, you're not like they're not looking at you like, who is this person? So one of the things you can do is maybe you're not very good at speaking, you are shy, you're not very good at speaking when people are around. So the habit you can begin to form is to begin to speak, get before
yeah,
people, start conversations. So you could tell yourself, anytime I meet anybody, I'm going to start a conversation. Even if it means, hi, my name is OZIOMA, nice to meet you. Just that. So the habit could be, oh, whenever I meet anybody, I'm going to be the one that strikes a conversation first. I'm going to learn how to, begin a conversation. I am going to be that person that is open to starting a
mm,
conversation. That is a habit. So instead of saying I'm going to meet new people every day, no, I'm going to say whenever I meet anybody, I'm going to start a conversation. So what is that helping me do? It's
beautiful.
helping me do public speaking. So when I get before new people that I don't know, I'm already used to starting a conversation. I'm not shy,
Mm,
I can now begin a conversation. I'm not shy. So I have overcome that because I have consistently done that over time. All right. So I saw that and I said I wanted to say something about that. Yeah.
This thing you just said, Coach Ozioma, is actually a skill, a big one. Because I've seen that the reason people don't build habits is because they are doing big stuff. They are doing big stuff. They are trying to, you want to meet people every day, but you're just saying, my goal is to meet people every day. But what if, like you have said now, learn how to strike a conversation? We read a book one time in the Smart Readers, and the book was centered around how to have conversations with people. So it's really very
Mm.
powerful. So what she has said now, you have to start practicing. When I have something I want to achieve, something I'm looking at, how do I break that thing down into something very small, something really very small that your willpower will not resist you, so that you can keep up, so that you can do it. If you've told yourself, I want to become a vegetarian, I read the book Hallelujah Diet one time. Don't just wake up one day and say, you see, I saw Gelly and I'm impressed. I want to become a vegetarian. So from now henceforth, no more eba, no more rice, no more yam. I will just start from day to day. I will go to the market, stock my refrigerator with veggies, fruits, and all of that. Before you know, you just see yourself. You just be sick. You will be wondering. They will not know that you are sick because you have not eaten a bar for 1 week. So she is saying that you need to also develop the habit of breaking those stuff you want to achieve into tiny habits. And I think Tanya also said something, Coach Ozioma, that um, building habits is a habit in itself. I don't know if you would like to
Yeah.
say one or two things around that. Building habits is a habit itself. So if you have something to share, maybe to just wrap up the conversation or any other thing to add to the conversation, so we can round off because of your time as
Yes.
well. We're
That
almost one
that
hour
is
done.
that is
Thank you.
actually very, yeah. That is actually a very striking thing when it says building habits is a habit in itself. All right. So what are we trying to do when we are building habits? We are a chain reaction. All right. We are creating a chain reaction, like I said. Like it.
Mm,
So habit is your ability to do building blocks, right? Your ability to build blocks over time. That is habit. If you're able to do that, that action itself is habit. All right. So building habit is habit in itself. Like when you were trying to comment on the other thing I said, you're talking about a vegetarian, someone that wants to, go all vegetarian at the same time. You know, you said the person will die. The person can't even go 2 days without the self. But how do you transition? Right? How do you transition? You can start from, okay, you're eating a today, and you instead of using a soup, you use vegetable soup. Over
yeah.
time, you are replacing. Oh, you go all but no egusi, no bono, nothing. No, start from, okay. Instead of eating red meat, you start eating white meat. Or they call it white meat or what? You start, tiny things that are not. For instance, there are people, right, that they don't know how to not drink Coke. All their life they've been drinking Coke. All their life. All right.
Mm,
So instead of just waking up one morning to say, I'm not going to drink Coke again, you see Coke in my house, send me to jail. Oh, you're going to go to jail because we're going to see Coke in your house. All right. So the
mm,
goal is not to say, I'm going to stop drinking Coke. The goal is to say, okay, what do I want to replace Coke with? Water. All right, no problem. So I buy Coke, I buy water. Right? Instead of drinking a full bottle of Coke, I will drink half bottle and drink water. All right. So I'm doing that, drinking Coke, drinking water. After a while, I begin to reduce the amount of Coke I'm drinking, begin to take more of water. All right. After a while, I'm beginning to take more water, more water. And one day I am eating and there's only water on the table. I'm not bothered
mm.
because I have gradually, without thinking about it, replaced Coke. So habit in itself is something that is why it is broken down into pieces, tiny things that don't make so much sense, right? You want to replace, don't do it automatically. No, start small,
Mm,
gradually go like that. All right. So yes, habit is,
mm,
there is nothing you want to achieve, nothing. Think about it. Anything you want to achieve, if you don't consistently build habit towards it, consistently. So if you want to do great thing this year, all the days of your life, look for something. And that is why it is good to start building habits on anything. It doesn't even matter if it's about your goal or anything. Just start building habits on anything. All right, build habit on anything. If you want
mm.
to do, learn public speaking, stand before your mirror. In fact, this is even a very practical one. You can start from tomorrow. Tell yourself, from today till 30th of January, I'm going to stand before the mirror, I'm going to write a topic, and I'm going to speak about that topic, just me and my mirror. Nobody's there watching. I'm going to
Mm.
consistently do that. Let me even see, sir. Let me see what will happen. Do that, and use the results will amaze me. The results is amazing. So habit is something that everybody should pay attention to. Everybody, whether you're replacing habits or you're starting a new one. All right. And there was something that Tynan said. He said habit is like old, because when you start a habit, over time it becomes an old habit. The moment some habits you started long
Mm.
ago becomes old, start a new one. So you've been dressing your bed, now you're a
Wow.
master at bed making. You're now a pro at bed making.
Mm.
Okay, that is becoming an old habit. Start a new one. Now start dressing your shelf. You went from bed. You're still doing your bed. You're not stopped. You are not stopped make bed making. You are still making your bed. But now start dressing your shelf. You see? So new habits turn to old habits. You start new habits, they turn to old habits. You continue old habits,
You
then you
start
start
another
new
one.
habits. Yes, so
Mm.
doing something every day, so there is
You're
no
not a
time habit
professor.
break.
Habit building
Yes,
professor.
now.
So this man is a
That's
professor
the
of habits.
habit.
Coach Ozzy,
Professor,
I hope you are
habit
not going to become
professor.
a prof in this area. Habit professor. That's really profound. That's
I think
profound.
all
I
of
love
everybody
it. I
should be a
love it.
habit professor.
There has to be
Everybody
a
should be a
professor
habit
to lead
professor.
other people that will come up. That's really profound. Thank you so much, Coach Ozzy. Guys, I see the
Thank
light in the
you.
room. Somebody says light is here. This session is very profound. Thank you, everyone, for showing up this evening. We have another session coming up in a bit. Our guest is already in the room waiting, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you, Coach Ozzy, for showing up. I would like you to give us your final word, even as we round up on Abid. I know that there's just so much you want to share. Hopefully, we have another wonderful session for us to come and deconstruct this habit thing on a deeper level. But I believe what you've learned now is even enough to start off. So start implementing, start building the habit. Don't wait till you are able to have all the knowledge or all the information or you become a professor at it. Start from that little thing that you have been struggling to keep up with. So, Coach Ozzy, any final thoughts for us? We've been blessed so
Yeah,
far.
the final
Any
thing
final thoughts?
last thing I'm going to say is, I have said it before, habit building is being accountable yourself, right? Remember,
Okay.
there is no reward, nobody applauding you, nobody, if anybody applauds you, beautiful, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to be personally accountable. All right. So to be personally accountable is to build habit consistently. He said I'm a fit professor. All right. So my final words to you guys is, be personally accountable. Hold yourself responsible. That's the only way you can build habits. So you said you're going to do this. I am responsible for doing that. Nobody else is. Whatever it is I have to do to make sure I do what I said I would do, I am going to do it. So I am personally responsible for building habits. So I'm going to do it. Me. It is me. It is not Coach Faith.
Wow.
Yes, Coach Faith has built a platform that helps you read, but Coach Faith will not open your eye and put book in your face. It is you that will still carry a book and read, right? So it is still your responsibility. It is still you that is going to hold yourself accountable, and that is what habit is. So thank you so much for having me.
You see, my coach is loaded. Thank you, Coach Ozzy, for showing up. Somebody is already saying that Coach Ozzy should be coming to Friday too. I would have brought her. She has another show. That's the challenge for Friday. So maybe we'll look at how to fix that. Thank you, Coach Ozzy, for coming around. We appreciate you for
Thank
your time this
you.
evening. We want to celebrate you. Thank you for contributing to the Really Last Book Club community and for helping us
Thank you
to
for
grow in the area of
having
habits.
me.
And I believe that there are going to be testimonials, a lot of them pretty soon, that we're able
Yes,
to
I
attend
look
a testing
forward.
class by Coach Uzioma Anioji, a podcaster, a filmmaker, and also a personality developer. And she shared so much light around habit formation. Now my life is better. Once I was blind, now I can see. Thank you, Coach Uzioma. I will see you in some of our other sessions. We appreciate you, man.
All
Thank you,
right.
thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We love you. So, guys, have you enjoyed the session with Coach OZ? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was such a profound encounter and experience. She spoke from the book by Tynan, and I hope that you guys would love to read the book, Superhuman by Habit. It's in the Really That's e-library. For those of you that would love to subscribe to our e-library, you would have access to the book there. Briefly, our next guest is already available. It will be coming up in the next 2 minutes. So let me quickly give this couple of announcements so you know where we are in the system. Today is day 3. All right. Tomorrow we're also going to continue on this journey. It's a 14 days journey, guys. You see how loaded it is. It's not easy bringing these wonderful and amazing personalities from different walks of life to come speak on something really profound based on their interests, based on their capacities, so that you too can be blessed. So, guys, I want to encourage you to go read this book. It's going to bless your life. I taught it one time in our book Motivation Monday. It's also in the e-library. The replay is also there. And again, guys, I also want to say that yesterday we opened up cards for those of you who would love to join the Really That's Book Club community. Guys, go to the sales page. Currently, we have 6 different book clubs in the community. I want my colleagues to type that in the room, guys. Just type the names of the different book clubs we have in the room so that they can go and register. Register. We've got yearly packages, monthly packages. My mastermind is also available for those of you that would love to join me directly in the mastermind program so that you can take your personal transformation to the next level so that 2024 will be a game changer. All right. So I'm going to bring the next guest to the room now. I hope you guys are ready to have him. You are ready to have him. Drum roll. Yeah, 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 yeah. Drum roll, guys.
Amazing,
Drum
amazing.
roll.
Wow.
Look at this handsome man. My God. Emmanuel Jaja, where have you been? Look
I've
at
been
the
around.
freestyle. In fact, I'm loving all of this thing. How you doing, sir?
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for coming
having me.
around.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
thank you,
much. I'm
thank you.
fine.
Guys,
How are
this
you?
was the man that edited my very first book, Effective Reading Habits. If you read that book, this man did a lot of homework.
Oh,
Mr.
I
Emmanuel, you're
remember.
welcome.
Thank
So
you.
glad to have you.
Thank
So
you.
glad to have you. This is the Really That's Book Club community. It's a place where we talk about reading, reading. I know you've been here. You know, I remember those days when I used to teach about reading, you teach about writing.
Yes,
It's been a long
exactly.
time coming, man. So I'd like you to introduce yourself to the room. They are ready. They are eager. They want to hear from you. Please introduce yourself. Tell us more about Emmanuel. Emmanuel is a copywriter. He's also a designer. But I want him to explain better because I may not be able to word it. So, Mr. Emmanuel, tell us more about yourself. What do you want us to know about you? All right, so that we can connect.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Hi everyone. My name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel Jaja, like she has said. And I'm a copywriter for 6 years now. But before I was a copywriter, I was a fictional writer. Wrote lots of prose and poetry. Till I entered into the business writing sphere, and I began to see that marketing is something I really like, right? So it enables me to use my creative imagination to actually sell products for clients, help people that are looking for a particular product, get them connected. So, and that's what I've been doing. But I'm a curious fellow and I love creativity a lot. So I've been exploring other angles, including designing, like she mentioned. So I'm so happy to be here. It's been a while, and I'm so happy to see how far we have grown. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. The vibes alone from your voice is something else. Come on now. Emmanuel, tell us about the book you read, Hypnotic Writing. Tell us about the book. What do you think about the book, Hypnotic Writing? I hope you can hear me. Is Emmanuel still there?
Can you
Guys,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I said the book is really amazing. Like anyone who wants to venture into writing or selling with words, even selling as a whole, maybe through videos, whatever, you really need to go through that book, right? Even if you want to just sell your stories, you still need to go through that book. It teaches you a whole new lot. And you just start reading, and before you know, you are at chapter 10, you're 12, you're going. And he actually utilizes the hypnotic devices in his writing. So it's amazing. I recommend the book. Everyone should go and check it out. It's really nice. Joe Vitale killed it. He killed it in that book.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So we can actually make money with words. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we can really make money with words. And there are many
How many
people in the
millions
past
of
who are
dollars can we make? Tell us, we need money. Oh.
there is no limit. There's no limit. You are the one that will limit yourself. You can make as much as you want, right? I mean, even in his book, he referenced Agatha Christie, right? And she sold more than 2 billion copies of her book. She's one of the best sellers. So you can make lots of money from your writing. You just have to believe, you just have to dream it and work hard to get it. That's just it. It's amazing.
Mm.
And
So
funny
tell us,
enough,
what is hypnotic writing? Okay, go on before you talk about hypnotic writing. I want to hear that funny enough.
okay. I was saying that, funny enough, right now for people that are into business writing, right, this is a time where AI is also challenging you for the same space. Yeah. So learning hypnotic writing gives you an edge, right? It makes you
Okay,
understand how to actually sell, right? So it puts you
okay.
above anything an AI can drop. It gives you an advantage. So you should really try it out. Read it in with your heart and practice. So you were asking me a question.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I said, what's hypnotic writing?
Okay, what's hypnotic writing to me or in general?
We want to hear your
Okay, to answer
perspective,
that,
generally and personally, from both ends.
um, well, hypnotic writing is actually just arranging words in a way that grabs attention, right? It grabs the attention of the reader.
Okay,
It keeps that attention. And at the end of the day, it makes the reader come to the realization that you want them to realize, right? Maybe you want them to
okay,
buy your product at the end of the day. And while through reading the content, they kind of figure out that, this product is the right thing for me, right? This handcrafted
mm,
handbag is the right thing for me. This new baby wear is the right thing for my baby. And when them coming to that realization themselves, it helps you circumvent the selling aspect where people try to push things on people. They are the one coming to that realization, and they can purchase that product for any amount you place on it. So the normal words we use in our everyday life, there's a way you can arrange it, and it will actually prepare someone to do the right thing, which the right thing for you, what you're looking for. So that is hypnotic writing. Just three key things: grab their attention, hold their attention, and compel the reader to do the particular thing you want. That's called call to action. So you get
mm.
to actually do whatever you want them to do, regardless of what it is.
How do you draw the line between that one and manipulation?
Yeah, well, there's moral lines, right? You're not trying to sell them a bad product unless you're trying to sell them a bad product.
Okay,
But yeah, but aside from that,
okay,
you're giving the tool. What you use it for is you. It all lies on you, right? But you're given
okay,
the tool, and that tool enables you to be able to sell even at hard times.
okay. So what's the differences between hypnotic writing and hypnotism? as a word.
Okay, just that is similar to what you just asked me now.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah, it's similar. I
let me
know.
come to
Yeah,
it. Yeah, yeah.
I want to take it
Well,
from
the
this angle.
difference,
Yeah.
the difference is just the point of entry, right? So in hypnotism, you have to the patient or the person that's being hypnotized have to have their eyes closed, and there will be that bell ringing, and someone start
Mm,
counting from 10 or 5 down to 1, and then they start giving you the suggestions, and because that by that time your subconscious is the one active, and they try to get you to do what their commands, where that is, I think, a
mm,
sleep state, right? Sleep hypnosis. But in hypnotic writing, we are talking about someone that's fully aware. Like you're looking at me right now, and I'm looking at you. I can hypnotize you with my words, spoken words, right?
mm.
The funny thing is that whenever the funny thing is that whenever you
See the way
engage
I'm
someone,
laughing.
whenever you engage someone,
I
right?
have so many things to ask
Um,
you, but okay, go on, sir.
okay, all right. So we'll get there one
Somebody
after the
say you
other.
should break it down.
That's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do.
Okay,
So
all
I'm
right.
saying, like, whenever you're communicating with someone, right, you are actually engaging. You're trying to get their attention, right? You're trying to bring them into a trance,
Yeah.
into a hypnotic state. You don't even know that, but in every conversation, you grab their attention. And if the person does not like what you are talking about, you have lost them, right? You have lost them. So you
Okay.
started on a good foot, but you ended on a bad foot. So
Mm,
hypnotic writing, well, is a what we call waking trance. Waking trance. So the person is
okay.
fully awake, but sorry,
Okay.
person is fully awake, and
Okay.
they
Sorry.
can hear what's going on around them. They can hear what's going on around them, but at some point, they don't even realize that they have become ultra focused on that thing you are saying or that thing you're doing, till the point when something really alarming wakes them from the waking sleep. You get a practical
Mm,
example. Let's
mm,
just take an example. For example, now you're watching a movie, a very interesting movie. When you begin watching that movie, you are aware of probably your phone, the screen size, your child disturbing you by the side, right? But then something happens in the
yeah.
movie, something that grabs your attention, and you're like, what's going on here? You start watching, and before you know what's happening, boom, it's a 2 hours movie. When you realize what's going on, the movie's at the end. You'll spend 2 hours of your life,
Mm,
and you didn't even realize when it happened, right? You're like, so yeah,
mm,
these things. Even how your posture, maybe you might be leaning on your hand and you're not feeling the pain. But once you wake up and you see something, my hand
yeah.
don't numb, that kind of thing. So that is waking
Yeah.
sleep. That is waking sleep. And someone who actually did a successful movie will be able to keep you in that state of mind that they want you to be till the movie ends, right? So it's the
Mm,
same thing when you are playing a game, an interactive game. If the game is not interactive enough, you lose interest. You'd be like, no, maybe it's too difficult,
mm,
right? You let go of the game and you go do something else.
mm,
But when they program that game to
yeah.
keep you immersed, to keep you focused on it, you might keep playing that game 6 hours and you are still playing,
Mm,
right? So
interesting.
waking sleep
Mm,
occurs in different ways. It's all around us, right?
wow.
One is just anytime you realize you're that, I've lost track of time in a particular thing, you were
Mm,
actually in the waking sleep or waking trance. Sports people actually call that being in the zone, right? Being in the zone. You see, athletes in
yeah.
the beginning, they are doing it, they are struggling, but at a particular point, they're just ultra focused, and they are doing their stuff with proper dedication and excellence, and you're like, God, is this not this thing I was
Mm,
just now? Because they are now what in the zone, right? They are no more thinking about who is looking at them, the color of their clothes, all that stuff. All those things are now been dropped, and they're ultra focused on what's ahead. So that's what I call hypnotic writing, and it's amazing, right? Using words to bring
this one
people.
is a serious matter.
Hmm?
It's really deep. It's deep because you've said something around. how that hypnotism it can really be utilized in almost every area of life. That's what you're saying now. You've given
Yes,
examples from
exactly.
different ends. So if you are very
Yeah.
good with even in speaking, you must be able to hypnotize your audience in a moral way, not in the negative, so that you can get their
Okay.
attention. You can sell your product. Even in marketing, you have to be able to use words. Ah, this one is deep. Oh, it touched my heart. Really.
No,
Ivan
I
said
know.
in
Yeah.
our DNA to like stories. Okay, stories. All right. So how do we make money from it? How do we make money? We want to make money.
You can
Mr.
you can
Mr.
make money
Emmanuel,
from.
before you go on, Mr. Emmanuel,
Hmm.
copyright, you are a copywriter, right? So you understand that
Yes.
copywriting is also hypnotic writing, right? Though it can go beyond that. Is that what you're saying?
Well, let me say it like this. Copywriting is a channel for hypnotic writing to come to life, right? But that is the
Okay.
goal. Doesn't mean that every copywriter can hypnotize their audience, right? And copywriting
Yeah,
as
I
a
see.
whole, there are different branches of copywriting, right? When it comes to sales, when it comes to sales copy, now that is ultrally focused on it. That's where hypnotic writing should show itself the most, right? Because you're actually writing to sell.
Okay.
You are writing to sell.
Okay.
And
Okay.
just imagine you are walking on the road, right? You are walking on the road on a hot afternoon, very hot afternoon, and the last thing on your mind is how to get home so you can drink water and the sun will stop hitting your head. But then someone now
Yeah.
comes by with radio, person is selling radio, and is stopping you, madam, buy my radio, madam, buy my radio, madam, buy my radio. Won't you feel like slapping the person?
I beg, carry your
Then
radio, come up for road, make I see road.
exactly, because you don't even know who the person is. You don't even give a damn about who he is. It's your first time seeing this person and he's stopping you, I beg, madam, buy my. Is he ready that you use and cover your head? All this kind of thing. So, ah,
Yeah.
it's funny, but a copywriter now must sell that radio to you, right? Even if you are meeting the company for the first time, even if you're meeting the product for the first time and the person
Are
for
you
the
for
first time, right?
real?
Yes,
Even
that
inside
is
the
the
hot
goal as a
sun, a
sales.
copywriter must sell the radio.
You must find a way to get your audience because we have what we call cold traffic, warm traffic, and hot traffic, right? That first time he needs to make
Okay.
an impression on you, so that even if you don't later buy the
Mm,
product, right? Next time you might be successful. There's a higher chance that it will be successful, right? So if he
mm,
fails in doing that, he has failed the company, right? So
mm.
that's his copy in hypnotic writing. You're trying to get the attention of someone that doesn't know who you are and hold that attention
Yeah.
and get them to feel like, okay, this product is actually good for me, right? So someone say, excuse me, sister,
Yeah.
excuse me, sister, is disturbing you, right? But if the person is like,
Mm,
please, can you
yeah.
give me 2 minutes of your time? Can you just give me a minute of your time? Just give a minute of your time. If you don't like what I have to say, I won't disturb you again. That actually gets your attention,
Mm,
doesn't it? Because one is just
yeah.
a minute, right? It's just a minute, and
Yeah.
everybody can spare a minute of their time. I mean, as we're talking this and now, we have spent I think, more than 10 minutes right now. So anybody can give a minute, and you
Yeah.
offer that, okay, if you don't like what I have, I won't disturb you again. You can just go. I just think you should listen to me, right? Now, in that 1 minute,
Yeah.
I need to convince you to listen to me further than 1 minute. I need
Oh
to
my
convince you to
God.
listen to me
Only battery.
further than 1 minute. So this is what happens in sales copy, right? In sales copy, you are ultra
Yeah.
focused on selling that product, selling the benefits of that product. So now you have to look, you're no more talking about the product, you're no more focused on the product and the benefits to yourself. You're focused on the customer, right? You're focused on the customer and
Mm,
how that product would benefit the customer. So first you have to get their attention. They know it's the radio you want to sell because we're talking about physically now. We're talking about physically. You saw me with the radio. You know it's the radio I want to sell, right? But I have to grab your
yeah.
attention, and I've said, okay, please give me a minute of your time. So now that a minute of your time is what I need. Now I've gotten your attention. Now what I need is to see a
Mm,
way I can use that minute to sell the benefits of this product to you, right? Get you to fall
yeah.
in love with the product. So I might be like, since we all know that we're battling with NEPA, right? We are battling with NEPA. I can tell you that this my
Mm.
radio here can charge your phone. It can charge your phone. It can
Can you
last for
imagine? Can
days.
you imagine, man? You're just laughing. You're laughing the way you have been convincing us to buy your product. I mean, or is it the
I
comment in on the screen that is making you to laugh?
No, no, not just the comment. I just remembering the one time I helped a lady in America to sell her product, a cream that actually helps to relieve pain. But the product had a side effect
Okay.
that it can stain your clothes, right? And they smell somehow. So I had to change the whole thing to be a benefit. So this kind of,
Okay.
connect, it kind of reminds me of that. And people actually bought the product, right? People bought it, but she was very happy. I actually expressed to them that yes, you will get that. You will see the reason. So you should better wear clothes that doesn't touch that or that is colored. But that is a very good sign that the
Mm.
thing is actually original and it is working. So people, when they see that, they
Can you
now have that mindset
imagine,
that you
Emmanuel?
must. So this is what I'm talking about, right? So sales copy is where
Yeah.
hypnotic writing shows itself the most, right? But when it comes to copyright as a
Mm.
whole, you don't have to be ultra focused on selling because we have journey, right? We have the buyer's journey. So there's sometimes you just need to know about your company. Yes, you have to still put some
Mm.
hypnotic devices in the text, but it's not going to be ultra
Yeah.
focused on buy today, right? So, but when it comes to sales copy, you have a product at hand and you would need to sell it. So, and you're going to be focused on a very niched audience, people that actually need that product, right? And you have to target
Okay.
them, sell the benefit so mad that it creates the right imagery in their mind, and they feel like, okay, I must buy this product, or I will buy it latest this end of this week, something like that. And then we'll now follow up with emails to make sure they actually purchase that product. I hope this answers the
Interesting.
question, or I can keep
Emmanuel,
going.
how do we make money? Yeah, how do we make
Okay.
money? They have said you should. I think Redemptor says that they want to hear a poem tonight. So maybe you are going to create one poem for us, so for hypnotic writers. I don't
It's
know.
been it's been
Emmanuel is
it's been
actually
long.
it's been long. Yeah, I know. We first met from that forum. I remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, 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 yeah.
Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're going to tell us how to make money. I know you have made plenty money from this thing. How do we make money from hypnotic writing? Tell us. Those that are interested.
You
They
know,
are telling us they are
you know
interested in the room.
the point that
Go
I actually
on,
answered your
please.
question, but I answered your question, but not in a straightforward way,
In a
right?
direct way. Yeah,
The illustration I gave you about you being on the sun, right? So that is it.
yeah.
The people don't like being sold to. People don't like being sold to. Imagine,
Mm,
just imagine that you are on YouTube right now, not right now as okay as we are here now, and then an ad comes up and it's saying, "Hey, learn how to fly." You get really angry, right? You're just praying to God that
yeah,
God let this ad finish so I can go back to what I'm doing. Yes, and you are angry.
yeah.
You don't want to this. Yeah, and some people want to even look for a way to turn off the ad, right? Sorry.
Mm,
So people don't like to be sold to, and you just have like few seconds to a minute to convince them that they should pay more attention, right? You just have that window.
yeah.
Now, hypnotic writing helps you to do that. Hypnotic writing helps you to sell
Okay.
without selling. You don't even the
Mm,
person does not even know that you're actually selling to them, right? It could be like
it's not obvious.
someone which example like you that's perfect now. Let's say okay, someone has been looking for a custom made pouch for their phone, right? For their phone, maybe they're using a Google Pixel, right? A Google Pixel phone, and that phone in Nigeria is not that rampant, and they're looking for a custom made pouch for it. And you now
Mm,
probably when you are creating the ad, you targeted people that are using a particular device, right? So the moment the ad comes up, you just capture their mind, be like, you say maybe say within 2 minutes I will tell you why. Or okay, no, let's forget about that one. Is when you're trying to sell something. Let's say something like okay, have you do you need a custom made pouch like this, right? Now the person
Mm.
automatically has been looking for a custom made pouch, right? And you'll be like, it can be a very short ad. Do you need a custom patch like this? We make the best custom patch, whatever design you want, etc., etc., etc. All the nice grammar you put there. The first thing that gets the person's attention is the person using a Google Pixel, right? And you say, okay, do you need a custom made
Yeah.
patch for your Google Pixel, right? So even if the person wants to continue that video they are watching, right, they will like click on that link and leave it for later, right? So that they will get back to it once they're done with that thing. So proper
Yeah.
targeting and using a good first line to drag their attention actually gives you
Okay.
that little window you need to convince them to watch further, right? To convince them to watch further. I remember when I was trying to learn neuro linguistic programming. That is the this same thing we're talking about hypnotic writing, but not hypnotism as a whole, the brain language and all that
Okay.
stuff. So I was obsessed with all that. And while I was watching the YouTube video that I liked, something came up, a video came up. This video is up to 2 hours long, right? Like you watch the remaining on their website. So when the man
Mm.
started, he did not want to start like introducing the product. He just started just talking normal, like he's talking to me. You understand? Showing me the power of neuro linguistic programming. And I was like, amazing. And so I was now fixated on it. But then I realized myself, I think I was already like 15 minutes into the video. And I was like, God, I would like to watch
Mm.
this and finish. So that I clicked on it and it opened elsewhere. Then I came back to what I was watching. And that the imprint was on my head. He actually wasn't sitting in a dark room, not dark like that, but the theme is black, right? So he's
Okay.
only him that is in focus. So all that was so memorable. Once I was done, I had to just go back there and watch the entire video. So he also captured me with his
Mm.
visual, and also captured me with his strategies entry, and he maintained the
Mm.
kept keeping me intrigued. I know, like some movie you watch, action, 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 action till the end of the movie, and that's how it was. So you can
Mm.
sell anything with hypnotic writing. You can sell anything with hypnotic writing. It helps you solve that problem of people not wanting you to sell to them. They don't want to be sold to, especially people that don't even know you exist. Hypnotic writing gives you the chance
Mm.
to sell to them without the objections, right? You quickly address those objections along the way. But at those few seconds that they could actually just skip your video or skip your content, you get to capture their attention, and keep them moving till they give you the desired result. So I hope this
Wow.
answered your question. And if you're wondering if
Yes.
it's all
Yes.
just talk, if you're wondering if it's all just talks, just know that the author of that book has sold more than 10,000 copies, and that is just writing. And we are talking about Agatha
Wow.
Christie. Agatha Christie sold more than 2 billion copies. Like she has a Guinness World Record for the best
Mm.
fictional author. So you can just imagine that, and that is just writing on ebooks. We're not talking about actually selling products and services right now. They actually wrote something on a book, and that gave them lots of income, right? So there's no limit to hypnotic writing. There's no limit to your success as a writer. You just have to go out there and be creative, learn, practice, and do.
So for somebody that wants to learn hypnotic writing, where do they start from? A novice like us, where do we start from?
It's novice
Where
like
do we
you.
start?
Voila, novice. Well, you start
Yeah.
from reading, so you should read like I
Okay.
said, I
Reading the book.
recommended yes, Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. It's amazing book. And that guy is really amazing. He's into
Okay.
spiritual writing and he has written other books, right? So you're reading
Mm.
from someone that is called the father of what hypnotic writing. He's called the father of hypnotic writing.
Mm.
And for good reasons, right? Because he's actually the first person to write that, and he actually did a lot to get that done, right? Hypnotic writing, in essence, is a
Mm.
combination, a fine combination of fiction and non-fiction, right? It takes the
Mm.
fictional devices and combines them with the non-fiction devices and a little bit of commands, which is hypnotic words and suggestions. Combine everything together, and you have what hypnotic writing. That is it. That is at the
Mm.
core of hypnotic writing. This is what hypnotic writing is. It's a combination of these devices from, like, when I mean device, I mean written devices. Like we have rhythm, diction, all those things, from fiction and non-fiction. It brings them together, and wow, you have someone enthralled. They're
Wow.
just reading, they can't believe it. That is it.
So what chapter of the book stood out for you the most?
Oh, the one that's okay, okay. The one that speaks to me most. I think that would be
Yeah.
that should be chapter 8, right? That should be chapter 8. Yeah, that
Okay.
was amazing, guy. Because actually, there he shows you what hypnotic writing is not. Yeah, I don't know if anybody has
Mm.
actually read the book, but if you read chapter 8, you really fall in love with it. Because okay, someone teaches, another copywriter pitches to him, right? That he wants to help him make money. He wants to help him to make money. And he starts out good but ends badly. If you go through it, he starts out good.
Mm.
He grabs the man's attention. He even grabbed my own attention, right? The strategy he used using FedEx to send his letter, he even had some $20 inside the letter, attached to the letter. And it was something that even me to pick my interest, right? So, and then he starts the letter,
Yeah.
right? But then in the middle, he started talking about himself, why he wants Vic to partner up with Joe Vitale. Started talking about the motorcycle he wants to buy, friend he wants to have, vacation, this, that. He just he just lost our interest, right? So he captured our attention,
Mm.
and then he failed to keep our attention. He failed to maintain it, and therefore he failed to get the desired result. I don't know if you understand what I'm
Mm.
saying. It's not about engaging
Yeah.
someone. You keep them engaged consistently, just
Mm.
enough for them to give you their money, enough for them to say, wow, this book is amazing, this chapter is great, I want more. That's the thing. So, and he failed in doing that because of he did not understand the foundation. This is somebody that is saying he's a copywriting specialist, right? And he failed to
Mm.
understand that. Yeah, so what was the basic he forgot? He made it all about him, right? He made it all about him.
Mm.
I want to buy a motorcycle. I'm on vacation. I this, I that. How do I care about that, right? How do you care about that? Imagine imagine I want to sell to you now, like you, I want to sell to you these glasses, right? And I'm saying that maybe you're staring at the screen too much, so it's not good for your head, right? So I start with that, and then I'm not saying, okay, I remember that time when I went to here, I remember when I went to there, how my eyes did me this, how does it concern you? Does it concern you? It
Yeah.
doesn't concern you. So trust just tell me, will you feel like continue, especially when you're doing something else? Maybe you are busy planning for the next event, right? And
Yeah.
then I'm telling you how I went here, how I went down there, how plane flew, and all these things, and how the glasses. So because I made it all about myself, right? So I lost you.
Yeah.
So, and that is the same thing that that man
Mm.
did in the letter he sent to Joe Vital. He made it all about himself. And that is the mistake that many people do, right? You start glorifying the product, they're talking about how the product is so fly. They, people don't have time. People do not have time.
Mm.
As well, I was speaking now, some people now that are watching us, some texts are coming in, notifications are dropping in, and the other thing is also asking for their attention, is engaging them, is drawing them into a trance, to his own trance. And you currently have their attention, and you're busy talking about how this glorifying yourself or your product. You are
Mm.
missing the point. You're missing the opportunity. You need to focus on them. And that's what he said at the end, which I love so much. He said that you need to leave your ego and enter into the reader's ego, right? So you need to let
Mm.
go of
I
you
love
what
that.
you want. Yes, we know that deep down what you want is right. What you want is my money. You want me to give you my 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. I know that that's what you want. It's okay. Forget about that. Drop it by the side. That is your goal, right? But make
Yeah.
everything about me. Make everything about me. Tell me why this product is good
Mm.
for me. Don't tell me. Show me why it's good for me, right? And that is where
Mm.
that's
I
another
remember that
device.
line.
That's
Show
another
me.
device.
Don't tell. Show.
Yes, show, don't tell. Yeah, exactly. Show, don't tell. I'm happy you remember that.
Yeah.
So you show the
Yeah, you
person,
have been
not
a good
tell.
teacher.
Show them why. Show
Yeah.
them why this product is good for them, right? So these glasses, see, as I say, if I can be like, if you put these glasses on, right, you're able to look at everything. Everything becomes very detailed, right? And the eye strain
Mm,
that comes from too much electromagnetic ray exposure won't be there anymore, right? You'll be able to go long
mm,
hours. You won't have to squint your eyes, and you know what are dropping from your eye, the itching, all those things will be no more. You'll just be focused doing your what you love the most, which is engaging with your audience and getting them to live and lead a better life. And what better way to get them to lead a better life by wearing the glasses that actually helps you to lead better? You see? So I'm focusing it totally on you, and I'm giving you that
yeah.
picture, that imagery, right? Which is another devices of what hypnotic writing, imagery. You have to be vivid. You have to not be afraid to describe. They have to see it popping out from the text that they, so you have to use the right words to strike those imagery, right? So that is, I love that chapter. That chapter 8 was amazing. When I read, I was like, wow, God, he stood, he did
This
well to
is
put. And
me.
funny
This
enough,
is what I have been doing to collect money. Go on, Emmanuel.
it's,
Yeah,
money is
amazing.
evil. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Guys, have you learned something today? It's been awesome. It's been awesome. Mary Jane says, leave your ego and enter into the reader's ego. That's beautiful. Be visible. Show, don't tell. Yeah. Look at what Ivan brought
Exactly.
up. Ivan, this is really beautiful. Attend today, read today, wake up different. This one is a good caption for Transcend. Beautiful. So, guys,
Yes.
we've learned so much today from Mr. Emmanuel. I don't know if you have any question for from him. Mr. Emmanuel, can you mute your mic? I think there's an echo.
Okay, okay.
When it is time for you to talk, you are muted. So, guys, I believe you've learned so much. If you have any question, you can drop it in the room right now so that Mr. Emmanuel can throw more light on them briefly. Okay, so we are almost done. We're rounding off now. But before we round off, finally, we're talking from the book Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. So I would love Mr. Emmanuel to advise us, the listeners. Okay, I know some of you want to go into big time marketing and beyond just the fact that you want to maybe be a copywriter like Emmanuel. It's possible you are running a small business. You want to learn how to use words to get customers to buy. This is also very important. Remember yesterday while we're listening to Mr. Anthony, he said something about when he newly started up his business, it was everything in the business. The operator, the this, the sales manager, the that. You will need to learn some of these things. Sometimes if you don't have all the money to pay Emmanuel to become your copywriter, to become your hypnotic writer from the beginning, you also have to learn it. And if you have the money, you can contact Emmanuel to be your hypnotic writer for your business, right? So the question is, is it necessary for me? Yeah, of course, it is necessary for us all to learn it. So I love Emmanuel to give us maybe some few thoughts that will help us to fly with this very idea that he has shared with us. So, Mr. Emmanuel, can you unmute your mic?
I'm sorry. You have to come again. Sorry. Repeat the question, please.
Okay. Somebody is asking me, please drop the name of the book. The name of the book is on the WhatsApp group. Yes, hypnotic writing. Mary Jane, you see it in the e-library. I think Jemima must have posted it there. Okay, I asked the question. I said you should please give us some thoughts, advice on how to go about this as a listener to your subject of hypnotic writing today.
Okay. So my advice is that well, first don't be afraid, right? Don't be afraid to take the bold step. You need to read first, right? You read, then you practice. And that is the best way I learn, right? The best way I learn is when I get a challenge, I go and learn how to solve that challenge, and then I practice. I solve the challenge, and I solve subsequent challenges like that, and I get a mastery over it, right? So go ahead, you read the book, Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. Can also read other great books like the Boron Letters, yeah, by what's his name again? Garrett C. Harbert, right? Gary C. Harbert, right? And then you could also read Scientific Advertising by Claude C. Hopkins, right? These are all great if you want to be a copywriter, but if you just want to learn how to sell your fictional books, the hypnotic writing is all you need. Just read it, then you practice, you read, you practice, you read, you practice, right? And learn all the devices, utilize them. And something I would like to point out is that please, please, please don't be afraid to write in your voice, right? Don't be afraid to write in your voice. Some people they'll be like, so probably as you say me, and I'll be like, okay, I want to write like him, right? So you might come to me and be like, okay, where are your contents? And you start consuming them, and then you try to sound like me, right? That's not great. And funny enough is that your readers will notice that that is not your voice, right? Because there's one thing about writing in your voice. Your personality shows, right? Your personality shows while you're writing in your voice. You probably someone might write um so let's say you welcome to 2024, the best kitchen knives for 2024. Another person might write, if you're here today, if you're reading this right now, that means you want to know what's the best kitchen knife for 2024. Well, read along to find out more. Another person might come, be like, yo, what's up? Welcome to 2024. Today we're going to talk about the amazing knives that we have listed and the best one for your kitchen. And so you don't need to be afraid. You see, the person that sounds more human, more like themselves, is the person that the reader will quickly identify with and start reading more stuff in, because you are flowing, you're just vibing with the content, right? Although you have learned all the device, everything you want to learn. There's I think there's a byword like that forget everything you've learned and just do, right? So you learn all this and so that you can know what you're supposed to do. But when you want to start doing, just forget it. Just do. Explore. Don't start editing. Write. When you're done writing, come back and go through it with your editorial eyes. But at that time, just use your creative spirit and flow, right? So don't be afraid to be yourself. Be yourself all the time. And I think any brand that's always forcing someone to speak in a particular voice that's different from theirs is not really good for you, right? You need to be able to sound yourself, right? Even though it's on a serious topic, you should be serious, but the way you will be on a serious topic. So what some people actually do is that if they are trying to write a product, right? And I think Joe Vitale also mentioned it, right? So if you want to write on a product, what they usually do is that they will call their friend, right, and try to pitch that product to their friend. And while they are doing that, they record it so that they can actually hear how they sound when trying to convince their friend about that product, because you're trying to make that person also your friend, right? The stranger, you're trying to turn it from a stranger to someone that can bond with you, to relate with them, right? So please just sound like yourself. All right, that's all. Practice, practice, practice. Read and practice. Okay, so that's it. That's all.
Interesting, guys. We've learned a lot. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for coming around. Want to celebrate you. Yes, guys, I've not seen any question, but I see that you guys have learned. Prosper says authenticity, be authentic. Girlie says my writing is going to improve from today with the tips I got from Mr. Emmanuel. Um, be yourself and be beautiful. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel, for showing up. Thank you for contributing to the Really That's Book Club community. Thank you for showing us the path to go. 2024 is going to be a great year, guys. Be authentic, be yourself, practice, do the work. All right? Research, keep reading. So, Mr. Emmanuel, you're going to give us the names of those books. Please, you can kindly type me the names on WhatsApp so I can forward it to them. Um, for those people that would love to read further.
Yes, all right, I'll do that.
Thank you for coming. We love you. Have a wonderful
Mm.
night rest.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having me, guys. All right.
So, guys, have you enjoyed the session tonight? Have you enjoyed the session? Mr. Emmanuel has been able to open our eyes to what hypnotic writing is all about. And we have also learned that we can utilize this skill in the different areas of our lives beyond just writing, in speaking, in whatever we do. It is possible for us to be able to use it as a tool to connect people. So, some of the life lessons that you have learned tonight from habits and from Mr. Emmanuel, I'd like you to give us a one-page summary of what you've learned tonight. And the group on WhatsApp will be open by 5 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, 5 a.m. was my time. So please convert Kenyan time, Mr. Ivan. That will be your 7 a.m. Whatever time zone you are in. For those of you from India, that will be more like your 10, right? Your 10:30 or your 9:30 a.m. So please convert that timing and ensure that you share what you learned. Please, we would love to read through that content. We're going to be giving the most active person today an award as well. Congratulations to those of you that got the award for day one and day two. We're also going to be giving for day three. It's going to be an amazing award because this is a two-in-one assignment. You're going to be summarizing the lessons you learned from the Habit Woman, the professor of habit, and Mr. Emmanuel Hypnotic Writing. So get ready to read all of these books. How many of you are ready to read the book? Let me see in the comments. Tell me, I'm ready, 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 ready. If you're ready to read the book, tell me in the comments. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. How many of you are ready to read the book? Please tell me, I am ready, because it is important so you can continue to practice the lessons and take it really further, all right, on your journey. So, guys, don't hesitate to join the system, to join the book club. The link will be shared on the platform. If you want to also reach out to me directly, you are free to reach out to me directly to ask questions so that you can gain deeper clarity for entrance into the book club system. Okay, we've got a lot. We have the speaking and the writing book club. We have the personal development and leadership. We have business. We have relationship and marriage. We have spiritual growth and Bible study. And then we have leadership, personal development, and so much more to come. So if you are interested in any of these, you want to take your personal growth to the next level, you want to be intentional about your read, please join any of the book club. And if you're also interested, so I saw some of you sending me DMs after going through this page, they're interested in joining my mastermind. It seems you never understood what you went through there. Please send me a direct message if you're interested in joining the mastermind. I can explain further so you understand all the different packages that we've got in the system. All right. So until tomorrow, we're going to be having Mr. Bright Benson tomorrow from Ghana. All right. He's going to be sharing so much around how to build the right attitude. Yes. So get ready for the session tomorrow. Thank you, Babalola Elizabeth, for the prayers. I appreciate. And thank you guys for staying to the end of this program. It's been awesome, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely night rest. Bye for now.